The financial world is holding its breath. Anticipation and excitement ripple through trading floors and boardrooms alike. For years, investors have speculated about this moment, wondering if and when SpaceX would finally open its doors to the public markets. SpaceX is finally going public. The company that redefined space travel and made reusable rockets a reality is now offering shares to everyday investors, not just venture capitalists and private funds. This isn't just another IPO, it's a collision of space dreams and Wall Street reality. The iconic New York Stock Exchange is about to witness a new kind of launch, one that could change the trajectory of both finance and space exploration. For the first time, anyone can own a piece of Elon Musk's space empire. From seasoned investors to young enthusiasts, people everywhere are eager to buy into a company that has captured imaginations worldwide. The IPO is set to be historic, promising a front-row seat to the commercialization of the cosmos. The opening bell rings not just for a company, but for a new era in space investment. For over 2 decades, SpaceX thrived privately, free from the pressures of quarterly earnings and shareholder scrutiny. This allowed the company to take bold risks, innovate rapidly, and focus on long-term goals rather than short-term profits. Now, as it opens to public investors, everything changes. SpaceX must balance revolutionary engineering with the demands of profit and growth. The company will face new scrutiny, as every decision is weighed not just for its technical merit, but for its impact on the bottom line. Investors aren't just buying a launch provider or a satellite company. They're buying into Musk's vision of Mars, with all its risks and rewards. The dream of interplanetary life is now tied to the realities of the stock market. The IPO injects capital and risk, pitting the dream of humanity's future in space against the immediate demands of earthbound investors. Every share purchased is a vote of confidence in a future that's still being built. This is the moment where the dream meets the spreadsheet, where the vast unknown of space collides with the calculated world of finance, and the next chapter of SpaceX's journey begins. At the very heart of SpaceX lies Elon Musk's relentless obsession with Mars, a vision that has shaped the company's culture, ambitions, and even its day-to-day operations. For Musk, the idea of reaching Mars isn't just a distant dream or a clever marketing strategy to attract attention. It's a mission that defines SpaceX's very existence, driving every major decision and innovation. This mission is about more than just building rockets or launching satellites. It's about ensuring the long-term survival of humanity by making us a multiplanetary species. Mars, in Musk's eyes, is not just a destination, it's a backup plan for civilization itself, a safeguard against existential threats on Earth. The goal is audacious: to establish a permanent, self-sustaining human settlement on Mars. This vision is what sets SpaceX apart from every other aerospace company, and it's what attracts some of the brightest minds in engineering, science, and technology to join the cause. The pursuit of this dream fuels relentless innovation, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in rocketry, spacecraft design, and interplanetary travel. It's a powerful motivator, creating a culture of ambition and risk-taking that gives SpaceX its competitive edge and keeps it at the forefront of the industry. But for investors, the Mars mission is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it inspires awe and excitement, capturing the imagination of the public and generating massive media attention. On the other, it represents a financial black hole, an undertaking with staggering costs and no clear path to profitability in the foreseeable future. Every dollar funneled into Mars exploration is a dollar not spent on more immediately profitable ventures, like expanding Starlink or returning value to shareholders through dividends. The opportunity cost is enormous, and the financial risks are unprecedented. For a public company, the Mars dream introduces a level of risk that's hard to justify. Shareholders are being asked to fund a project that may never be realized in their lifetimes, and whose benefits, if they ever materialize, are likely to be societal rather than financial. This creates a fundamental conflict at the core of SpaceX's identity. The dream of Mars fuels innovation and attracts top talent, but it also threatens to consume resources that could be used for more conventional, profitable business ventures. Musk sees Starlink's revenue as the financial engine that will power the Mars mission. But this raises a critical question for investors. Are they putting their money into a business with a clear path to returns, or are they funding a grand philosophical experiment in human survival? Ultimately, Buying SpaceX stock means buying into a vision that prioritizes the survival and advancement of our species over short-term profits. It's a bet on the future of humanity, and not everyone is willing to take that leap. If Mars is SpaceX's soul, Starlink is its economic engine. Starlink aims to blanket the globe with internet satellites, targeting underserved markets and generating billions in revenue. For investors, Starlink is the most attractive asset, a real business, rapid growth, and a clear path to profitability. SpaceX's vertical integration, building and launching its own satellites, creates a powerful competitive moat. Cheaper launches mean faster expansion, reinforcing SpaceX's lead. But Starlink faces challenges: huge upfront costs, regulatory hurdles, competition, and questions about affordability. Investors must watch these risks closely, even as Starlink funds the cosmic dream. Starlink is the golden goose, but it's not without its own perils. SpaceX's true revolution is rocket reusability, turning single-use rockets into workhorses. By landing and reusing boosters, SpaceX slashed launch costs and disrupted the industry. This allowed SpaceX to undercut competitors and dominate global launch services. For investors, the launch business offers steady revenue from multi-year contracts with NASA, the DoD, and commercial clients. The Falcon 9 is the industry's workhorse, and Starship promises even cheaper access to space. But rockets are risky. Failures can be catastrophic and shake investor confidence. Competition is rising, with new players developing reusable rockets. SpaceX's lead is strong, but the risks are ever present. Musk's ambition extends beyond Mars and Internet. SpaceX is eyeing space-based data centers. The idea: use the cold of space for efficient cooling and offer secure, fast data transmission. If successful, this could create a new multi-billion-dollar industry, leveraging SpaceX's low-cost launches. For risk-tolerant investors, these bold bets offer exponential growth potential. But the technical and financial challenges are immense, and profits are far from guaranteed. Conservative investors may see these ventures as distractions from proven businesses. The IPO forces SpaceX to justify these bets. Are they visionary or just expensive experiments? For years, Musk resisted taking SpaceX public, fearing Wall Street's short-term focus would kill long-term ambitions. He wanted freedom to blow up rockets and chase Mars without answering to anxious shareholders. What changed? The sheer capital needed for Starship and Mars. Private funding wasn't enough. The IPO is the only way to raise the billions required for the next phase. Starlink's maturity also played a role. With millions of subscribers and predictable cash flow, SpaceX can now present a balanced investment case. The wait is over because the financial foundation is finally solid. Now, SpaceX can pitch both a stable internet business and high-risk, high-reward space ventures. The timing is right. Ambition finally meets financial reality. To judge SpaceX as an investment, you must know its history, a saga of failures and triumphs. SpaceX's journey is not just about rockets, it's about relentless ambition, bold risks, and a willingness to challenge the impossible. From the very beginning, the company set out to disrupt the aerospace industry, aiming higher than anyone thought realistic. Early launches failed, nearly bankrupting the company, but a last-ditch success secured NASA's trust. The Falcon 1's first 3 flights ended in disaster, and the company was on the brink of collapse. With only enough funding for one final attempt, SpaceX pulled off a historic 4th launch, proving their technology and determination. SpaceX pioneered reusable rockets, docked with the ISS, and sent NASA astronauts to space. These achievements weren't just technical milestones, they redefined what private companies could accomplish in space. The successful landings of Falcon 9 boosters and the Crew Dragon missions marked a new era for commercial spaceflight. Each milestone was once deemed impossible. The world watched as SpaceX shattered expectations, turning science fiction into reality and inspiring a new generation of engineers and dreamers. But the path was littered with setbacks, explosions, lost payloads, and public failures. Every high-profile success was matched by moments of heartbreak and costly mistakes, broadcast live for the world to see. SpaceX frames these as part of rapid development, but for a public company, failures could hit the stock hard. investors must weigh the company's appetite for risk against the potential for financial volatility, knowing that every setback could shake market confidence. The track record shows resilience and a culture that embraces risk. SpaceX's teams are known for their tenacity, learning from every failure and pushing forward with even greater resolve. This mindset has fueled their most impressive breakthroughs. Investors must decide if they can stomach the volatility. SpaceX plays with fire, and the flames are real. The stakes are high, and the company's bold approach means dramatic swings between success and failure. The glory is bright, but the risks are ever present. For those willing to ride the roller coaster, SpaceX offers the chance to be part of history in the making, but only if you're prepared for the turbulence along the way. The SpaceX IPO is a tug-of-war between fear and greed. Greed, a chance to invest in a company creating new markets, dominating launches, and building a global internet business. The Musk premium adds speculative fervor. Investors want to bet on the visionary, not just the business. For many, buying SpaceX is about joining a historic mission, not just making money, but the risks are monumental: capital intensity, catastrophic failures, and Musk's unpredictable leadership. Key man risk looms large. What if Musk leaves? The Mars mission worries skeptics, who fear profits will be drained for a sci-fi dream. The central conflict: will SpaceX serve shareholders or Musk's vision? Every investor must decide if they're ready for this ride. As SpaceX goes public, it stands at a crossroads, balancing Mars dreams with market realities. The challenge: fund the future on Mars while delivering value to shareholders on Earth. Investors aren't just buying a launch provider or internet company, they're betting on a hybrid of proven business and audacious vision. The reality: stable cash flow from launches and Starlink. The dream: Starship, Mars, and space-based infrastructure. High risk, high reward. Success depends on managing this duality, executing core businesses while selling the long-term vision. SpaceX must convince shareholders that bold bets are down payments on a grander future. For investors, it's a test of patience and faith. The journey will be as volatile and transformative as the rockets themselves.